Welcome back, friends. I am Asif from Modern International School. So in this video lecture we will learn and understand about the multiplication of two integers or more integers and properties of multiplication of integers. Okay, so friends, let's take it started. The first things, if in order to multiply, here the first class 6 class 6 chapter number 4 integers. Okay friend, now in order to solve exercise problem we have to understand some concept about multiplication of two integers with the same sign or with different signs, or multiplication of and their properties. Okay, now see, the first thing is multiplication of integer. Okay, multiplication of integers, that means we are going to multiply two integers with the same sign. First with the two integers with the same sign. Suppose let us figure out with the help of example. Suppose 3 multiply by 9. First we are going to understand we have to multiply the two integers with the same signs, means the first integer is either positive sign or the second integer is also positive sign. Okay, now here 3 and 9 are both the positive signs. Okay, now we have to multiply their values. Okay, 9 3 is 27. Okay, and then place the positive sign before this product. Okay, but the plus sign is hidden, that means 27 is your answer. Now next, suppose -3 multiply by -9, that means we are going to multiply two integers with the same signs. Here is the positive signs and here is the negative signs. Now we multiply their values only regardless their signs. Okay, that means 9 3 is 27. Okay, now put the plus sign to this product. In these situations, either we have to multiply two integers with the two positive signs or two negative signs. Answer will be always positive. Okay, I hope you will understand. Now the next point is, now see the next point, properties of multiplication on integers. We will learn their properties one by one. Now here the first property is closure property of multiplication, because we are going to study properties of multiplication on integer. Okay, now first the closure property. Suppose a and b, suppose a and b are two integers. Okay, now a multiplied by b gives us integer. Okay, now let us see with the help of examples. Suppose -3 and +2, both the integers. Now their product is also an integer. Now have a look, -3 and +2, both the numbers are integers. Now their product is also an integer. Integer multiplied by integer is equal to integer. Okay, this is the same, integer multiplied by integer is equal to integer. We can say, hence we can say, product of two integers is always an integer. This is the closure property of multiplication. Why multiplication? Because we are going to multiply two integers. Okay, this is why this is the closure property of multiplication. I hope you will understand. Now students, second point, commutative law for multiplication. Suppose a and b are two integers. Okay, a and b are two integers, then a multiplied by b is equal to b multiplied by a is the commutative law for multiplication. because here is the multiplication. Okay, that means the first number is multiplied by second is equal to the second number is multiplied by first. This gives us the same values, means left hand side is equal to right hand side. Now let us figure out with the help of example. Suppose 3 multiplied by minus 4. Okay, now here this gives us is equal to minus 4 multiplied by 3. Now let us check. Here is the plus into minus, minus 3 4 ja 12. Here is the plus into minus, minus 4 3 ja 12. That means both the same value. So this is called the commutative law. Okay, now students, see third point, associative law for multiplication. Actually we have already learned about the associative law. Okay, in this law we need three numbers. Okay, say suppose A, B and C are three integers. Okay, then A multiplied by B close multiplied by C gives us A multiplied by B multiplied by C. Okay, this is called the associative law for multiplication. Okay, here is the multiplication, this is why this is multiplication. Now see the example. Suppose instead of A 1, instead of B 2, instead of 3, suppose any number, we can choose the either negative numbers or positive. Okay, now here A, here is the A, B and C. A multiplied by B close C, then A multiplied by B multiplied by C. Now find the left hand side. 1 to the 2, 2 multiplied by 3, 6. Here is the 1, 2 multiplied by 6. This is 6 1 6. Here is the 6 1 6. That means left hand side is equal to right hand side. We can take another example, minus and minus 1, minus 2 or plus 3 either. In the same way, that means the left hand side gives us is equal to right hand side. This is called the associative law. Now next students, see the next point, fourth number, distributive law of multiplication. Okay, over addition. See, A, B and C are three integers, then A multiplied by the close bracket B plus C close bracket is equal to A multiplied by B, one time A multiplied by B, then A multiplied by plus A multiplied by C. This is called the distributive law of multiplication over addition. Okay, now see example. Suppose 3 multiplied by, instead of A we take 3. Okay, now instead of B we take 4, or instead of C we take 5. Okay, now first of all find, no, right as it is, 3 multiplied by 4, 3 multiplied by 4, first of all check. Okay, then plus 3 multiplied by 5. Now first solve left hand side. 3 as it is, 4 plus 5 9, 27. Okay, now 3 multiplied by 4 is 3 multiplied by 5. Now this is 12, this is 15. So here 15. That means 27. Here we can say the left hand side is equal to right hand side. Now students, see the fifth property, multiplicative identity of an integer. Okay, now this is nothing but this is very simple. When an integer is multiplied by a particular number gives as an integer, then that particular number is known as multiplicative identity of an integer. Now see, suppose A is an integer. Okay, as an integer, then A multiplied by particular number, okay, or 1, this multiplied by particular number is equal to A. That means an integer is multiplied by a particular number gives us an integer, then that particular number means 1 is called the multiplicative identity. Okay, but is every integer exists multiplicative identity? Now let us check how. Suppose here is an integer, 0 1 2 3 4, sorry, minus 1 minus 2, left side minus 2 minus 3 minus 4 dot 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 so on. But this A is for every integer, means A is an integer. That means we can say A is an integer. A is for every 4 A is an integer. Okay, now A multiplied by 1 is equal to 1 multiplied by A is equal to A. Okay, here is the integer multiplied by 1, gives us the same value as a. Okay, integer. That means this a is not a particular integer, means 1 or 2 or 3. A comes for all the integers. Okay, now suppose 1 multiplied by 1 is equal to 1. So this one is also known as the multiplicative inverse of this integer 1. So suppose 2 multiplied by 1 is also 2. Here this is multiplicative. Okay, this is multiplicative identity of 2. Now suppose 3 multiplied by 1 is equal to also 3. This one is also known as the multiplicative identity of plus 3. Similarly, for the negative number, suppose minus 1 multiplied by 1 gives us minus 1, minus 2 multiplied by 1 gives us minus 2, minus 3 multiplied by 1 gives us minus 1. We can say for all integers, 1 is the multiplicative identity. Okay, for all integer 1 is the multiplicative identity. Hence we can say 1 is the multiplicative identity for the all integers. Okay, 0 multiplied by 1 is equal to 0. Hence the multiplicative inverse of 0 is 1, because 0 multiplied by 1 is equal to 0. Here is an integer 0. Integer multiplied by particular number is equal to the same integer. Okay, I hope you will understand. So hence once again we can say every integer exists multiplicative inverse as 1. Okay, so see friend, last point, multiplication of an integer with 0. Now suppose a is an integer. Okay, then a multiplied by 0 is equal to 0. Remember, and this is also known as, this is the property of 0. An integer multiplied by a 0 gives us 0. That means a comes for all values of integer, means every integer is multiplied by 0 gives us 0 as a value. I hope you will understand. Now students, your homework is exercise 4D, question number 1 to 7, because there is no problem at all. Question number 1 is the simply question, we have to multiply. Question number 2 is simple question. As you can see, this is your book. Question number 2, find the product. Question number 3, find the convenience group. This is, if you have any doubt, then you can ask. Okay, this is very simple questions, and we will understand. We have already understand about all the tools, and this helps us. These help us to solve the problems of exercise. If you have any doubt or queries, please ask me. You can also comment in the comment box. Okay, write your name and class as well. Have a nice day.